This is for you parents that are at home with your children and also trying to work with them on their schoolwork and becoming their teacher and their principal, all the roles that used to be done by somebody else. This could be a real quality time that families have at home because we get more time with our kids than most of us ever get when we're at work and all of our other duties. But it also could be a time of great conflict and great struggle. So what I want to talk to you about is this: building your child's ability to have self-control. When we study self-control, we know it's like a muscle. It gets stronger when it gets flexed, but it gets weaker if it's not used. And so what a great opportunity for us to strengthen that muscle of self-control in our kids. Every time we get ourselves to do something we don't want to do, because we know it's good for us, it's flexing that muscle. So many of that, getting themselves to do something, is that schoolwork that you're trying to encourage them to do. We want to strengthen that with our kids, but I want to give you a tip. Because it's like a muscle, it also can become fatigued and worn out and tired. And so many of your kids, when they start to get to exhaustion or that fatigue of flexing that muscle of self-control, pushing hard, giving all that effort is starting to be impossible because they're too tired and fatigued and that muscle's worn down. We want you to recognize when they need to pause. But what we really want to do is start to teach the child to recognize when they need to pause. See, in our adult world, many of us, when frustration comes or we've been working too hard on something, we know how to step back and pause. I'm going to get a cup of coffee. I'm going to go to the other room for a minute. Now, we don't stop working for the day, but we know how to give our brain that pause so we can go back to all of our effort again. What I want you to work with with your child is helping them recognize when they need to pause, to go stretch, to go pet the dog, to do something for a moment so they then can come back and give all that effort for that goal. If they can learn to regulate themselves instead of just break down and cry, lash out at you, many of the behaviors we see when they're starting to fatigue, if they can find their own way through that, that's going to help them their entire life and when they go back to school. Keep up the good work. You can do it.